Scary Harry Gary here for some more video plant botanical content. And this is a really exciting day for me because I got my hands on a bunch of different varieties of mangoes and we are going to have a blind taste test. Do you mind if I put a blindfold on you, Simone?
Not at all.
That's Simone. She's the girlfriend of this funny looking guy on the left who is my son. Jared, yep, that's Jared right there. So Kona Bear's down there being extremely patient. I'm not sure if Kona Bear really likes mango or not. But yeah, so I needed some test subjects. I'm always looking for test subjects. So I'll take whoever I can get. Today it was this lovely couple. So Simone, are you down with mangoes? What's your experience with mangoes?
I love mangoes.
Have you ever eaten known varieties that you knew about?
I can't say I have.
Just the store-bought?
Yeah, I like them frozen, dried, and most of all fresh.
Everything about them. What do you like so much about them?
They're just sweet and flavorful.
All right, all right. And what about the big guy?
I would echo that. Mangoes are amazing. Probably one of the best fruits ever.
Yeah, yeah. And there's so much unbelievable variety within this family of, well, it's not a family, within this genus, I guess. Or species. It's a species. There's lots of different, it's Mangifera is the genus. Indica is the species here, but within Mangifera indica, there's just an unbelievable array of different size fruit, different color fruit, different tasting fruit. And you sort of evaluate fruit on, well, how good it tastes, all kinds of other things, like how much it produces on the tree. We're not too concerned about that right now. We just want to know what it tastes like. And then also sweetness, juiciness, whether there's fiber in it or not. If you've eaten mangoes before, it feels like you're flossing your teeth. They can be really good, but they can have a lot of fiber in them. So ideally, there's no fiber or very little. And so we're going to go through all that. So let me go through the varieties that we have here. This one is called Maha Chinook. Pardon my really bad handwriting. It's a really interesting one because it has a really elongated fruit and it has a really distinctive shape. It's actually from Thailand originally. So we have that one there. And we have a Maha Chinook here. We're going to have someone else prepare these and fold these over and just number them so we don't know what they are and cut some pieces up for us to try. That's going to be the blind test. We're not actually going to be blind, but but it's almost like that. Okay, second one is called Coconut Cream. And this one, and also a mango. What you want to do with a mango to determine whether it's ripe or not, it's kind of like an avocado. You want to be able to press your finger down into it. And as long as it's pretty soft, it's firm but soft, then you're perfect. Now, unfortunately, we have one here called Sugarloaf, and it is still too hard to utilize. So we're not going to taste this one today, but I brought it out just for fun. And so the coconut cream is supposed to have these amazing coconut notes. So we may know what it is, just by the taste. I don't know. We'll see, right? Then we have one called Fruit Cocktail. This one is supposed to taste like the fruit punch you drank as a kid. And yeah, so that'll be interesting to try that one here. And then here's the one I'm rooting for personally. Her name is Ugly Betty. And apparently this one is so lumpy and funny. It's got lumps and stuff all over it. It's just a really ugly fruit as far as these things go. Here's a more beautiful mango shape. So that's Ugly Betty right there. You can see the Maha Chinook is so much prettier than Ugly Betty. I'm sorry, Betty, but we may love the way you taste. So yeah, so that's Ugly Betty right there. And then there's Karen Michelle. I guess Karen Michelle's a little prettier than Ugly Betty. This is a really bad. I mean, I didn't name them. I'm just telling you what someone else named them. I had nothing to do with this. If your name is Betty, don't think that I had anything to do with this naming here. And so Karen Michelle, there you go. So my first girlfriend and my ever was named Michelle when I was 5 years old in kindergarten. So yeah, she was beautiful. Anyway, so that's a whole other story. So this one here is from the street. Okay, this is just a wild kind of mango without a name, and found this one My friend found this one for me. He said he doesn't know what it is, but it's just a common no-name mango. And so it'll be interesting to see if we can pick this one out of the lineup, so to speak. So, all right, we're gonna have a take two. We're gonna go next. We're gonna basically prepare all these, and we're gonna come right back with a mango tasting. Are you excited, Simone?
I'm so excited.
Jerry Bear,
Woohoo!
let's do this.
All right, we've taken all the samples of the mangoes and put them in bowls with the names underneath. So now we're gonna mix them all up so they don't know what is what. I already mixed them up once already, but just for proof. Do it again. All right. Bring them out. All right, here are your mangoes.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm gonna start. That's number 1, all the way to number 6.
Okay, here we go. No
Enjoy.
cheating. No cheating, Simone.
All
No
right.
cheating. All right, so here we go. Why don't you come on in and get a close-up of the coloration of this fruit. I don't know what's what here, but we will soon find out. This one has just kind of like a cantaloupe sort of color, and we'll compare them as we go. This one has a little brighter color, more yellowish. And then this one is interesting because it seems to have been cut in really smooth chunks, as opposed to this one that has sort of like lumpiness to it. Wonder if that's Ugly Betty. Sorry, Betty. And then coming up next is a very lightly colored mango. And then here we have a rather orangish mango here. So the way we're gonna do this, Jared will explain because Jerry came up with the dynamics of how we're going to score these mangoes.
So, as you can see on our scoreboard, we have 4 categories. We're going to rank each of our 6 mangoes from 1 to 5 on sweetness, flavor, smoothness, and juiciness. Then we'll add up all our scores and we'll see which mango comes out ahead.
Let the best mango win. So when we go to smoothness, that's also going to be a relation of like fiber, okay? Because obviously it's not going to be smooth if there's fiber in it. So if there's fiber in it, it's going to get a low score on smoothness. So there you go, and the juice, flavor, sweetness. I think that's a pretty good rating system. All right. So would you like to go first, Jared? I guess we all go at the same time. I think we can make like some notes about each one of these as we try them. Go ahead, Jared. And Simone, number 1. There we go. Wow, the aroma is amazing.
It is
Yeah.
strong, surprisingly.
Smells amazing. Wow. That's really
It's
good.
quite good.
It's really good. There's a lot of juice there. Up next is number 2. Give it a shot, Jerry Bear. Simone. Scary. Very different.
Wow.
Floral. Right?
But again, very juicy and very sweet.
Yeah, but completely different.
But it had a little more fiber, but like more apparent stringiness.
But not in a bad way. I
Not
kinda
in a
liked
bad
it.
way.
They have a different texture. Wow. They're all going to get 5s on taste. Mango number 3 coming right up. There you are. Don't you wish you were here? These are really good.
It smells different.
Sure does. But also, mangoes can vary in quality depending upon, the same one off the same tree for various unknown reasons. But here we go.
Wow. Again, different but good.
Completely different than the previous two. I don't know. That's hard to describe how different it
Yeah.
is. How would you describe how different it is? Simone?
It had like a little bit more of like maybe like hints of melon.
That's what I was
flavor,
thinking.
I would
Yeah.
say floral. Like it
Yeah.
had other flavors.
All right, number 4 coming right up. That's intense.
I'm gonna guess that that's the street mango.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really good.
It's
Yeah, you're right.
very
It's not as
It doesn't taste as fancy.
It doesn't taste as fancy as the other ones. Yeah, I'm gonna agree on that. It's good. But
Solid mango.
okay, here's number 5. Ladies first. Where have I been this whole time? Here we go.
It might be the best smelling one.
It's very tropical,
Wow.
like pina colada or something.
I'm gonna say coconut cream.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's coconut
It
cream.
literally tastes
That tastes like a
colada.
coconut mixed with a mango. That was excellent. Had a very mild flavor profile. One more to go. Since I was so rude and didn't give it to you the first time, all those previous times, I'm gonna make up for it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That's a good one.
That's intense. I'm gonna say fruit cocktail.
I think that might be the juiciest
Yeah, I was
one.
gonna say that's the juiciest.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, should we total up what all of our grades are and see what we thought was the best one?
Yeah.
So,
well, I was doing 0.5s. This might take some time.
oh no. Okay.
Should I just round? I'll just round up.
Simone was doing decimal points. She's very smart, but sometimes very smart people make things more complicated than the simple people. Okay, so I think the last one won personally.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really.
I had
really
it tied with what I think.
I
is
think
the
that
cocoa.
one's fruit cocktail. I've never had these. I've never had any of these before, so I have no reference on this other than the names. And we should have maybe done it without the names. We might be jaded a little bit with our responses. All right, we've got the scores tallied up, and my bean counter son here from Cal Poly has the scores. He was actually the one nice enough to cut up all of the mangoes. He might have some notes about how they cut. And Carson, can you present the scores?
Here they are. So now we can go through each of them and see.
Yeah,
which one
yeah. I think we can reveal which is which here. So should we go? Let's go over the worst one first.
Okay. So number 4.
Number 4. That's this one. Okay, so this is one that we all thought was a street mango, right? Okay, here it is. Uh-oh! Maha Chinook. Sorry, Maha Chinook. So, okay, that was okay, Maha Chinook is, which one? This one? No.
That's Betty.
Maha Chinook. That's interesting. This is I thought was the prettiest mango there was. All right, next up.
Side note, that was also the hardest one to cut.
That was the hardest one to cut.
Yeah.
Wow, Maha Chinook, you're really striking out here. It does appear there's quite a bit of fiber in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the fiber if you want to know what the fiber looks like. But it sure is a beautiful mango. I'm not going to throw any mango out. I love them all. So, all right. Next up, the lowest score.
Number Number 1.
Number 1.
46.
Do a reveal, Jared?
The street mango.
Oh, okay. It shows up on the bottom, but it scored pretty high. Was it 46? That's a pretty good score for just picking up a mango off the street. Okay. Yeah, and you see that, I mean, you could call this one Ugly Betty too. They get these black spots on them. That's actually from picking the mango, and some of the resin that comes off the cut will leak onto the mango, and it sort of creates that black color there. So you can prevent that if you're really careful about how that sap flows onto your fruit. But the blackness on it has nothing to do with whether it's good or bad. Okay, so the street mango did pretty well. What do we have next? Just above
Next
it.
up, number 3, 47.
Number 3, 47 points. We're gonna find out what that is. Oh, Ugly Betty. I'm so sorry, Betty. Betty got bad press on this. That's Ugly Betty here, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then we gotta put out our label here. Okay, that's our street mango there. Okay, and next up, Carson.
Number 2 with 49.
Number 2 is 49, right here. We want to reveal, Jared. Dun, 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 dun.
Fruit cocktail.
Fruit cocktail.
thought that
What
was-
number was it?
Number 2. It was
Number
40,
2.
49.
Did I predict it?
No, you
No,
didn't.
you thought it was 6, I thought.
No, not at all. I thought that one was really floral. So they're all so good, though. And who's up next, Carson?
Number 5 with 53.
That'll be a reveal by Simone.
This is a pretty high scoring
Yeah, this
mango.
is the one we thought was coconut. And it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can
We're
taste
amateur tasters, and we pulled out the coconut out of the hat. There it is. Coconut cream.
That was a very good mango.
That's a very good mango. Okay. And the winner of the event, Carson.
Number 6 with
How many?
55 out of 60 points
Here we go.
is
What could it be? That's going to have to be fruit cocktail, right?
it. Karen Michelle.
Oh, Karen Michelle.
Oh.
that's pretty
Oh, okay. Karen Michelle. That's a big mango. Look at this is the biggest mango I think that we have here. And looks like, I don't know, was that an easy one to cut?
It was actually pretty hard.
Or was it kind of hard?
Yeah.
Which was the easiest to cut?
Ooh. Maybe coconut cream.
Oh yeah,
Pretty easy.
slid right through there.
Yeah.
Look at that. I don't see a single bit of fiber in there. It's beautiful coloration. All right. Well, I think we were successful. Any notes, Simone, on your experience here with all these different mangoes?
I feel like as I started tasting, I was trying to like compare them, so it maybe got a little more biased towards higher numbers as I went on. But yeah, I think these two were definitely my favorite mangoes.
Yeah, we're amateur mango tasters, so but I don't know. I think we did a pretty good job. We picked out the street mango pretty well. Just and who was at the bottom again? Who was
Maha. Chinook.
Maha Chinook. Okay, that's the prettiest one. That's too bad. Okay, Jared, any notes on what you experienced here with your mango tasting?
No mango's a bad mango. I would eat all of these mangoes.
Yeah. Jared makes a really good point. So I'm trying to really promote mangoes in the Bay Area, and we're finding that they are surviving, and turning into larger trees, fruiting trees. And it comes down a little bit to microclimate. You want to have a really hot spot. They want as much sunlight and heat as possible all year long, including in winter. If the sun gets low on the horizon in the winter, it's shining like this. So if you have a big house right here and the sun's shining here and it's warming up this whole space right here, that's where you want to put your mango. The worst place of all to put it is on the other side, where there's no sunshine whatsoever. And there's low pocket valleys in the Bay Area. That's where all the cold air goes. They're probably not going to grow there. They need to be on slopes above that, substantially above that. The more inland you are, the more heat you'll get. Also the further inland, you're subject to more freezing usually, but not always. So you really need to understand your microclimate. These plants need to stay above 28 degrees. There's all kinds of ways to accomplish that if it's not happening naturally. They need to be in the hottest spot possible. You can put little heaters out in the wintertime. You can cover them with frost protection cloth. When they're really little, they're vulnerable. When they get bigger, they get tougher and tougher. The biggest trees, when they get fully mature with nice chunks of wood, like the one right outside the window here, then when they get that big, it's going to be a little bit more cold hardy. So come on down to Golden Gate Palms. We sell 2 different types. We sell seedling types, which are just going to be random, but they're going to be seedlings from really good varieties. So they have a really good, all of them are going to be good. Some of them, the grafted types, will be phenomenal because you'll get the very same exact thing that from the parent of the same plant. Thanks a lot. And any closing words?
Go out and get some mangoes.
Yeah.
Mango time. Thank you, everybody. Here's a little bonus footage for all you people thinking that mangoes can't grow in Northern California. Well, what are these right here? What are these? Those are mangoes, people. And what are those? Those are mangoes. And we are in, you can tell, California. How can you tell? It's so dry. You got all those blue oaks. Sacramento is that way, probably about 25 miles to the airport. And Napa is, let's see, can you see through the tree? Can you see through the mango tree? The Napa Valley is on the other side of those hills over there. And here is my big mango. It's probably 15 feet tall, probably close to 12 feet wide. And it had the worst winter it's ever experienced. And it did have some damage, but the damage is superficial and it's growing out of it. And like I said, it's, look at those big mangoes up there. Those are the biggest ones. See them right there? Right now it's Father's Day, June 17th, 18th, something like that, 2023. And I am standing, I wear knee pads sometimes because I was working out in the garden. And this side of the tree actually got damaged the worst. Let's take a look at it. Right in here. So we lost a couple little bits. It was the coldest winter this tree's ever experienced in the 10 years it's been here. So I'm waiting for it to see where it's sprouting out. See it's sprouting out right there. And it's sprouting out here. And look, it's even sprouting here. See those little buds? But above that looks like it's dead. I'll just cut that off. So this is what you'll have to contend with in Northern California if you want to grow mangoes, is it, you know, look at the size of the limb here. It was cold hardy from like slightly less than pinky size down. And nothing died that was thicker than this wood right here. The only things that did die, and not all of them, so this one's fine, but this one next to it died, little twigs. What does that tell you? That tells you the bigger your tree gets, the hardier it gets because it has to get colder to affect the inner part of the tree and kill it. You can see this tree out here. It's got about a 6-inch caliper down there. It's pretty big. It's been here for 7-8 years. And I probably need to fertilize it. I've never fertilized it. But yeah, that's pretty much mangoes in Northern California for you. It kind of looks like an ugly Betty, but it's putting out mangoes. And so the cool thing is that all these variety mangoes are supposedly no less cold hardy than any others. So if you can grow this one, that means you can grow those others too. And that's the whole story with the mangoes in Northern California. Bonus footage number 2. Don't forget, once you cut all your skin off your mango, you want to put it in a big jug of water. You want to put it in the fridge because after a day, it's absolutely delicious. There we go.